we're in hell. I needed a map. Heaven and hell are metaphors for the reality that is Earth. Back in 2017, I started a tattoo project based on William Blake's paintings. Basically, it was a map. It was a psychological map for me to understand my reality. Crazy. And I selected the paintings that were calling to me. I picked up a particular book that had a selection of all of his paintings in there, and the specific numbers of the pages of the book would tell me which paintings I needed to get tattooed, and that would create this psychological map for the tattoo that I was gonna get. It was a map of how to get out of depression, sadness, a deep misunderstanding of self and your reality and what that means. And that's what this map meant. So this first picture here, you're in the midst of it. You're in a deep sadness, depression, all of this. You can't figure a way out, but for some reason he's got his eyes closed, even though you can see the look of grief on his face, and he's handcuffed. What he's actually doing is he's meditating. And with that meditation, he is then getting into the mind frame that he needs to be in. Then it leads on to this magnificent... The painting no longer exists online, so here you go. Painting, which is called Albion and His Tormentors. The reason why I picked this, it was because Albion was the name of the road that I grew up on as a boy. The page number was, I think, 225. 22 means master manifestation, and 5 meaning, for me, in terms of my numerology, was a beginning. It's like, this is the beginning point. You've made the first step. So Albion and his tormentors, that's what it was. And Albion is trying to get out of his funk physically. So first you conquer the mind by meditating, then you conquer the physical by exercising. Yeah, by going to the gym, by doing exercise, strong exercise, really strong exercise. And the 3 tormentors around him are the thoughts that intrusively come into your mind. And when you're in that state of mind, you have both good and bad thoughts. And it's like, that's why they're called tormentors, because it's like, can you trust what they're saying? They say something good one day, something bad another day. And you can't even understand if this is you or if this is some outside deity that's trying to communicate with you, something strange, something weird. And it's a difficult space to be in, which is why you kind of have to ask yourself very philosophical questions like, who are these voices? Everybody has voices in their head. That's just the truth. More like, who's watching the watcher? If you get that, then you'll get what I'm trying to say. Who's talking inside my head? Is that me, or is that a voice from, one of my parents, someone who bullied me? Anyway, after you've mastered the mind and you're in this physical realm with these both positive and negative thoughts, and you're in this kind of liminal space, you're in the middle, you're in limbo, but you're taking steps forward each day to try and understand where you are physically and mentally. And you just basically have to stay true to the positivity that you just have to stay true to the positivity, to the positive energy, to everything positive out there. And then you'll get through that phase, which leads on to the next phase, which is this. Now, before you judge me, it's basically Satan. Yeah, I know what it sounds like. I know. No, I'm not a devil worshipper. No, I'm not Christian. No, I'm not any of these things. Yes, I do believe in spirituality. Yes, I do believe in spiritual transformation. This is the only reason why I'm saying this. And there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to Satan, the Bible, all this stuff. So anyway, now we've got that out of the way. This is just basically a physical, this is physicality, especially masculine physicality in its like biggest and purest form. It's like, not only does this beast have muscles everywhere, he's got enough muscles to grow wings, to be able to fly, to be able to support himself. So much so that he flies above an angel, the woman clothed in the sun. That's what the painting is called. Great Red Dragon and a woman clothed in the sun. William Blake, look it up. And the reason why I made this tattoo and put all of these things all together wrapping around my leg was because I needed a map of where we are, which is hell. We're in hell. And I think there's both of those things are metaphors. Heaven and hell are metaphors for the reality that is earth. It's an earthbound thing. It's an earthbound frequency. I think once you pass on from this place, this realm, earth, you go to a place that's pure love. But I feel as though right now in this moment, the hell frequency is very, very high, you know? And I did that as a map for me to understand this physical reality. And I thought the best way to signify that was to understand that hell is prevalent, which is the subject matter, but the heaven, which is the positivity, your positive mindset, the way you view life, all of these things, that's the thing that stays true. If you balance between the two, understand that hell can pop up at any moment, and understand that heaven is literally around the fucking corner every second of your life. And the more positive you are, the more engaged with you are in your reality, the more you do things to positively benefit you and your health in a positive way, the better you feel in this system, especially if the system, its frequency is screaming hell at the moment. So if that's the case, it's the best place you can be and focus on is heaven. Understand that it's around the corner, it's right here, right now. You can switch it on right now. So that's why I made that map, as a constant reminder. And that's why tattoos are so important, is because you'll never forget the day that you get tattooed, or especially if it's a big piece, you'll never forget those months and what it meant and how those things will literally transform you. You will get transformed through a tattoo. That's basically what you want from a tattoo. You'll never regret a tattoo if it creates a new version of you, a version of you that you've always wanted to be and wanted to become. That's what this is. It's a map.